Today I'm going to rank all 16 super troops in Clash of Clans with the help from real players like you. What's going on, my friends? My name is Joe. Welcome back to the show, and today we are joined by two of my clanmates to get realistic responses from normal Clash players like you to rank all 16 super troops. Phillies, what's going on, brother?
Nothing much. I'm doing pretty good.
Oh my God, he sounds super enthusiastic to be here. Z, what about you?
I've just been drowning in schoolwork, so I'm glad to be here and away from schoolwork.
Oh my God. So before we rank out these super troops, I got a question for you guys, and this is really based on normal player feedback regarding super troops. And a lot of players out there really feel that it's not worth the Dark Elixir to boost supers. How do you respond to that? Phillies?
I think they're very good investment of Dark Elixir. You can easily get that back by either farming or just doing more attacks.
Yeah, totally. It absolutely makes sense. And Z, what do you think?
I think they're worth it. Certain troops aren't worth it. Like, obviously, we know the Super Valk isn't going to be worth it.
Whoa. Z, you're ruining the whole video, man. What's up? You just spoiled the fun. All right, so we're going to be ranking our super troops today from the S tier, which is most versatile throughout the game, to the tier, obviously. And we're going to start out with the Super Barbarian. Z, kick us off with the Super Barb.
The Super Barb, it's unlocked at Town Hall 11. I would put it in the S tier for multiple reasons. You know, you have the farming armies starting at Town Hall 11, then you have the Super Barcher that comes later at like Town Hall 14 and 15, and then you can use them in mismatch attacks as well.
Absolutely. Phillies.
Yeah, they're very good. I don't use them personally, but I've seen videos and they do pretty well.
Absolutely. So I totally used them to push in Town Hall 11, Town Hall 12, and they became really popular at Town Hall 15 like a month ago because of that 5 housing space. So we're going to go ahead and move them up to the S tier. It's kind of surprising to see them there, but they are really good. Super Archer, what do you guys think? Phillies?
They're very good with the bomb clone attacks that they're always used in.
Oh, yeah.
And with the rage spells into the middle of the base with invisibility.
Z?
I would agree, yeah. The Super Archer clone blimp is a great attack from like Town Hall 11 to Town Hall 15, I think. I would put it in S tier.
We're going to drop it in S tier because of the blimp and then I also had a lot of success back in the Samsung Galaxy Battles event because I got the 3-star with the double Super Archer walk. I mean, it was absolutely perfect how that worked out. So Town Hall 11s, if you can get the Super Archer, definitely try to use it. Sneaky Goblin, guys, is this really like a no-brainer?
I don't even think we have to debate this one, honestly.
No. I mean, best farming troop in the game from Town Hall 11 to Town Hall 15. It's great for using inside of a blimp in mismatch situations. It's great for funneling for queen charges. It's great for, my God, everything. It's just an awesome troop. The Sneaky Goblin.
I don't think there's anything that it misses.
Exactly. All right, what do we got next in line? Super Wall Breaker. I mean, come on. Really? Super Wall Breaker? Phillies?
Yeah, again, very versatile and very useful in almost all attacks in the game, even in farming armies.
Z?
Yeah, I think, you know, we use it in farming armies, smash, queen charge, spam, anything. So, I mean, I would throw it up there in S or A tier. It just feels a little weird to rank a wall breaker in S tier, but I mean, it's really that good.
Absolutely. I'm going to put the Super Wall Breaker in A tier, actually. And here's the reason why, is that it's just a great complement troop to its predecessor. And it's really easy to use, but at the same time, it's just a wall breaker. You can use like a wall launcher instead, or a wall wrecker instead if you want to. And yeah, that's just where I'm going to put it. I don't really feel it's justifiable for the S tier. Next in line, we have the Super Giant, guys. Oh my gosh. Phillies?
I would like to see a buff to this. I don't see many strategies with this at all. Maybe at Town Hall 12, but that's about it. I would love to see a buff soon.
Z?
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I haven't seen this troop used in any of the Clash content that I watch or, you know, when I'm playing. So I'd put it down there in in the dumps.
In the dumps. That's where the super giant's going, straight up. I have no disagreement here. I haven't seen it used. I think it was forcefully used a few years ago in content for like Town Hall 12, but other than that, like there's way better options to spend your Dark Elixir on. Super Giant just needs something, and we just don't have it right now. Next in line, we have the Rocket Loon, boys. The Rocket Loon. Z, kick us off with this one.
I think the Rocket Loon's a pretty good troop. I would throw it in A tier for multiple uses of it on offense and defense. I mean, defensive CCs, those things come at you. It's almost always going to wreck your queen charge if you don't put the poison down quick enough, and then you can use them to snipe off defenses and funnel your queen charge on offense.
Phillies, you agree with that?
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. A tier for the Rocket Balloon. Next in line, Super Wizard, boys. How would you rank it?
It's pretty much the same as the Super Archer. Very good in the blimp to get the core defenses or even the Town Hall cleared out in the bases.
Or Z?
I would agree with that. There's a use of Super Avalanche even, which is a fun strategy. I think Town Hall 12, I would throw it up there in the A or S tier. It's really good.
I'm not really feeling S tier for the Super Wizard, and here's the reason why, is that at Town Hall 12, Town Hall 11, absolutely amazing with the Blizzard. I agree with that 100%. But when we start getting up into like Town Hall 14 and 15, that's where we start to see less and less of the Super Wizard and more of the Super Archers. So I think I'm going to put it in A tier because it's just not quite used as much as it once was. You guys feel good with that?
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree because the blimp nerf kind of ruined it at the higher town halls.
Super Dragon. Where would you place the Super Dragon, Z?
It's a tough one because it recently got a nerf. By recently, I mean in the last like year. But you can use it in the queen charge recall strategy at Town Hall 15 where you funnel the two sides with the queen charge and then send those super drags through the middle. So I would throw it in the A tier because you can use it to push, or in Clan War Leagues as a Town Hall 15 or whatever you want to do with it.
Phillies?
Yeah, definitely agree. I've seen some attacks with those and they seem pretty good.
How do you feel about B tier for the Super Dragon? And I say this because about 6 months back or so when we were doing Town Hall 13, actually I think we were doing 14, but still, when I was doing my pushing, I found the Super Dragon to be very easy to use and apply to get the 2 stars. But other than that, I mean, it's come back into the meta a little bit for the pro scene, but for normal players, I don't really feel like it's worth the Dark Elixir unless you plan to do some trophy pushing or something.
I would agree with that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, now, Inferno Dragon. Where would you place the Inferno Dragon?
Go ahead, Phillies.
Probably towards the bottom, because I don't see a casual person using this very well in war attacks, maybe as funneling troops, but not a whole army consisting of those.
Z? You agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, we saw it used at maybe Town Hall 13 a few years back with skeleton spells, if anybody remembers that army. But other than that, there's really no use for it, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. So I dropped it in the C tier, and the reason behind it is it still has the potential for certain things, but we haven't seen it consistently used. It was really linked into the Inferno Dragon / skeleton attack, which was very base dependent and really done more by the pros. As for normal players, I wouldn't recommend like using this unless you have like practice with it or something. That's just my opinion. Super Minion. Where would you rank the Super Minion?
I'm throwing the Super Minions in A tier. And the reasoning is how powerful they are on defense. And then recently, we just started seeing them with the clone bomb to take down those major defenses at Town Hall 15.
Phillies?
Yeah, for sure. They're unstoppable on defense if you don't handle them right away.
Oh, absolutely. Dude, I have been wrecked by Super Minions out of a clan castle while queen walking more times than I can count. Like, if you're not paying attention, it's over. Forget about it. Super Valkyrie, guys. Super Valkyrie. Where would you put it?
Last tier.
There's no debate. We don't even need to discuss this. All right, here's the fact of the matter. The Super Valkyrie and the Valkyrie need help. Like, the mechanic itself is like a little too overpowered for the game itself. So the game has nerfed it more times than we can count to where it's basically unusable. With the Super Valk, the radius on the rage is too small and it's the same mechanic. So it dies really fast. Really not worth using or wasting your Dark Elixir on. Super Witch, guys. Where would you place the Super Witch?
The Super Witch, it's used more at the lower town hall halls, and by the lower town halls, I mean to like Town Hall 12. In Smash style attacks, the big boy tanks are phenomenal if you can use them correctly and not time fail. So I would put it in probably A or B tier, more leaning towards the B tier because it becomes useless at Town Hall like 14 and 15.
Phillies?
Yeah, I haven't seen them used very much in the higher town halls recently, so I would have to agree with that.
All right, we're dropping it in B tier because it's more Town Hall 12. You're going to 3-star with Super Witches at Town Hall 12, no doubts. 13s, that's where it starts to get a little sketchy, and then there's better options at Town Hall 14. So the next super in line would be the Ice Hound. Where would you place that? Because I'm not really feeling like it gets used a lot because of that 40 housing space and Lalo being such a difficult army to master. What do you guys think?
That's where I think it could be C tier. It could be a good defensive troop, but that's about it. I don't think with the housing spaces is just too much for a regular attack.
Z, you good with that?
I would agree. I would say the regular Lava Hound is a little better than this.
Yeah, absolutely. We only see the pro players really attempting and being successful with the Ice Hound, and that's just because of its mechanics where it freezes the defense as well as slows it down while it's sitting on the air defense or something. So yeah, we're gonna drop that in C tier. Super Bowler, guys. This one's a very popular one amongst many Town Hall levels. What do you guys think?
I'm personally throwing the Super Bowlers in the S tier just because they're so dominant for, Town Hall 13, 14, and 15. The bounce and the health, they're just really good.
Phillies, you good with that?
Yeah, that's all I use when I attack at Town Hall 15, so definitely agree.
Phillies is a spammer. I love it. No, I'm just messing. Like, Town Hall 14 is probably where I would use this troop the most personally. With the Flame Flinger and a nice little Warden Walk on the other side, it's actually a really simple army to apply. And I would say you're probably going to get about an 85% 3-star rate if you are relatively new to the army. So definitely going to place that in the S tier, which will lead us into our final two, which would be Super Minor. Where would you place the Super Minor, boys?
Probably maybe C tier. They do carry that bomb, so that they're halfway decent, but I don't see many attacks with them. Personally, I don't use them. So
Z, you good with that?
I would have to agree. I'm not the biggest fan.
Yeah, so when they were first introduced, what, 3-4 months ago, whatever, they were really hyped up. 24 housing space. They do the ramp up damage just like an Inferno Dragon. They got the bomb, and everybody was talking about doing some super minor hybrid attacks, and that lasted all of like 2 seconds, like in the meta. So once the Super Hog came out, though, what do you guys think about that one?
I love the Super Hog. I've seen it at the higher town halls for sure, being used in the pro scene and war scene. But I mean, with the way it splits, that's just a phenomenal troop. Troop.
Phillies?
Dynamic.
Mechanic
Yeah.
Mechanic is the term that you. He was like mechanic. There it is. Phillies, are you good with that? Where are we gonna place it?
Yeah.
A?
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
Yeah,
sounds good.
I think the Super Hog Rider with that mechanic, as Zberto was talking about, where it splits, the hog keeps attacking, and the rider gets left behind. Really cool troop. It cannot be obtained by everybody, though. That's the issue with this troop. We're gonna drop it in A tier because it is heavy in the meta and the pro scene, but for normal players, I mean, not so much. Awesome troop there regardless. That's how we rank them. Let me know down in the comments below how you would. And if you enjoyed this video, check out the next one to see how we ranked all the troops in Clash of Clans.